Sent to CVS day before yesterday. But yeah, it wasn't set.
Okay, give me 1 second. Do you have your discharge paperwork?
I don't have the discharge paperwork. That's the thing. Yeah.
Did I give you any when you were here?
Yeah.
Okay, what's your phone number?
It's at 310. Holy shit! Oh my god! Why are there all those flags right there? I don't know. Suspicious in my opinion, but maybe. Oh, for Veterans Day. So yeah, not gonna fool me. I mean, shoot. Los Angeles being nuked. I'm like, I don't want that to happen. A lot of people probably think I want that to happen, but I actually don't want that to happen. Like, ironically. Also get it, ironically, like, if I did want it to happen, I'd have a reason to, because look at that, they can't even fix something simple, whatever this is. Anyway. I don't even really need to use it or anything. Let's see if I actually get my medication and like stop going back to the way things were. It's like dude, especially at CVS, I didn't do nothing wrong. I just went, I tried to get my medication, it wasn't sent. I'm like, bro.
Matthew, what pharmacy
Yeah.
you wanted to send the stuff to? Because it was sent to the CVS on San Vicente, but they're not open right now.
Wait, I thought it was sent to the other one.
It was sent to, no, the ones from the other night were sent to CVS San Vicente.
Oh.
Do you want which one would you like?
I guess it could just be sent to San Vicente, but what was I being prescribed again?
Something Cepho, it's like a prescription antibiotic and then prescription ibuprofen.
So Cephalox?
Something like that. I can't pronounce it.
Okay, and it goes by another name, right?
Probably. I can look it up.
So the entire time, it wasn't necessarily that it wasn't sent, it was just sent to another CVS.
Correct.
Oh.
Cephalodoxine, and then I don't see another name for it.
So I really appreciate you guys. So that way I don't have to so that way I don't have to have another visit because I'm really tired. I'm just trying to go to sleep. Do you think because I'm pretty sure I was prescribed it here. Do you think I could have the oral antibiotic mouthwash sent to San Vicente too?
We didn't prescribe that one. We just did the Cepho, the one that I can't pronounce, the antibiotic pill, and the ibuprofen.
Ibuprofen.
Yeah, we don't have we didn't prescribe you the wash.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But those two medications were called to the San Vicente one. We'll resend them to the San Vicente one if that's the one you want. Just whichever, is that the pharmacy you want them?
You don't have to resend them. If it's just there, it's fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll let our doctor know. But if you go there and they don't have it, you can also call us.
Okay.
We can try and figure it out. Okay.
All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Shoot. Yeah, basically. I appreciate it. Oh, shit. You have a good rest of your week, man. this is very far from like acting, but would I just be wrong if I was just like, if I just walked out of there, they do everything I asked for, and I was just like, I don't give a fuck, honestly. I don't give a fuck about them. I don't give a fuck about their lives. This whole place could be nuked. And I would not give a flying shit. And there would be no logic to give a flying shit, because basically everybody would be gone, just like how you see now. There's been so many flights like lately, you know, out of Los Angeles in particular, you know. You can literally look up the sky every 17 to like 18 seconds. You just look up the sky and you'll just see a plane just flying over. And they just don't look like small planes. They look like very large aircraft carriers where like they could hold a lot of people. And it's like, where else are all the millionaires going to go if, you know, they have this whole election in New York City, you know? They're not going to come to California, and even if they do, that makes it even more suspicious, because then that means that there's going to be a lot more human trafficking, and there's going to be every reason to kick an autistic person out of a CVS, you know, and try to stop him from getting his medications. Very simple. Doesn't that make sense? Does it not make sense? There's no point even going to sleep. Like, I'm just saying, like, I mean, right now. Like, there's basically no point. I mean, I don't have any work to go to. There's no way that I could go to work with all the stuff that's been happening right now. Like, let's say if I did have a place to live, and I have my medication sent to the wrong pharmacy, and all this, it's like... And that's why I was, you know, posing that question. It's like, would it matter? And would I be wrong, especially if I just said as soon as I got out of there, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck about anybody. I don't give a shit. They could all get nuked for all I care. But they won't be able to, because, you know, Santa Monica is pretty exclusive. I'm like, really? I mean, like, really? At least it wasn't the kind of video where I'm yelling, screaming, hollering, and all this stuff. Because I actually had videos I was going to upload. And it was going to be related to, you know, all the medical malpractice I went through. And I just didn't upload them. I just deleted them. I was like, man. And they would have been pretty cool videos, but most people would have just, you know, been like, oh, this kid's just yelling on the side of the sidewalk. And even though what he's saying is epic, and there's a few people that are going to keek and cack and, you know, laugh at that, in terms of me, like, it's not really going to get anywhere, so... I'm gonna go get some stuff that I need. So, since I basically can't, you know, go to sleep, because Santa Monica wants to be an asshole, you know. Maybe at this point, the hospital doesn't even want to mistreat me. Maybe there's just like one or two elites out somewhere in Santa Monica and anywhere in Los Angeles. And they're just like, no, don't give them any medical attention. Which is ironic, because I just went to UCLA, Santa Monica Hospital before I actually came to this one, and I'm just gonna go check in right now. freaking well, and yeah, they were just like, oh, well, the only thing that we could do for you is CT scan. And I'm just like, you know what? I'll just do the CT scan. Might as well. And I just feel that burning again. Just like that terrible burning. And I'm just like, oh, well, I mean, CVS corporate spies me, and, some people get sent out, to spy on, anything that I'm going through. So that way they could gauge whether they want to, actually give me the medications that I need or not. Well, anyway, more people leaving Los Angeles, as you can see, have to evacuate. Mexico is going to be able to get those nukes. They had to distract you from something, especially with that groping incident, and everything that I'm saying is coming to fruition. And I love it. I was like, man, food stamps, they're gonna not give me food stamps ever. They're gonna ban me from food stamps. Then they just banned everybody from food stamps. And now the government shutdown is over, apparently. And yeah, I'm still not gonna be able to get my food stamps, but it's whatever. I'm not gonna get my health care here anyway, but I'll just have a little bit of fun and even just charge my phone, and they don't have to give me even simple mouthwash that I need, whatever. Or they'll probably just, send the prescription, from that San Vicente Brentwood CVS, and they'll just send it to the Santa Monica Boulevard CVS, to add salt to the wound, and everything that I actually need besides the mouthwash will be, at one CVS, and the other will just have the mouthwash, and yeah, then I have to, go from here to there, and that's why I can't even find housing or nothing, but well, there will be no housing to find anyway soon. God bless everybody. Consent for what?
For authorization for treatment and financial responsibility in the year.
But you're talking about insurance. I don't know what insurance you're talking about.
Yeah, so we have everything on file already with you, your chart. So without your permission, the visit is a self-pay. But if you're able to sign the consent, they can notify your insurance that you received today.
But you're also talking about treatment. What treatment are you talking about? I'm leaving empty-handed.
Yes, so as long as your blood pressure is taken and you talk to a doctor, that's considered being assessed. So they have to bill your insurance for it if you have insurance. But if you don't want to sign, it'll have to be out of pocket, and it starts at $250.
I mean, I could just went to urgent. There's no urgent care open, but I'm just saying, like, I could have went to urgent care. They could have just took care of me there. You guys are always saying that, like, I don't have to take antibiotics and this and that, and
I'm not sure about
I don't know why am I even going to be billed if I leave empty-handed from the hospital.
So the second that you check in, that starts your chart for being seen. So it's not a matter of what they treat you with, it's a matter of you checking in and getting triaged by the nurse. So they still have to be paid for their time. So if you're not able to sign, it'll just be a self-pay, and they'll require you to pay out of pocket. If you want to sign, we can notify your insurance that you received it.
Oh, so only certain people get to, be paid and get to go to work, and then meanwhile I have to be going through infections? I don't think so, no.
Okay, so you're refusing, that's fine, thank you.
Stop lying. There's signs that there's nothing wrong with you. I'm like, stop lying. Is there a way that I could dispute that $200 being owed to you guys?
Would you say?
Is there a way that I could dispute the $200 being owed to you guys?
You have financial counselors, but it'll just be easier if you let them know your insurance.
Financial counselors.
Yes, they can help you if you need assistance with payment, or if you sign the consent, they can just notify your insurance that you were seen today so they can cover your ER bills.
And what, they work with Providence, the financial counselors?
Yeah, they do.
I'm sorry, I really don't know what to say.
Okay.
It's like you're right there. You heard the doctor saying that, you guys are apparently malpracticing me by giving me too many antibiotics, but yet, he wants to make such a stern,
Yeah, we don't deal with the medical part of it, we just deal with the insurance part.
Well, yeah, I know, because you work for front desk, but I'm just saying they work with Providence, so it's like, if this doctor is over here scolding me for no reason when I'm just asking to be helped and have medication sent, it's like, why am I going to have financial counselors that work with the same hospital that this doctor is working at? Like, I don't know if that makes sense. Wouldn't those financial counselors just screw me over just like this doctor?
Not necessarily, but it's up to you.
And also, it's like, you guys already sent medications the day before yesterday that were supposed to be sent to one CVS, and it's at a totally other CVS, and now I don't even know if this doctor is going to send, all the medications from one CVS to another.
Answer that question, because I don't know what they're gonna do about that one.
Well, I mean,
She'll be right out to answer that one.
okay. You think I could just talk to the charge nurse? I didn't even get to talk to the charge nurse earlier. This doctor's acting pretty ridiculous, to be honest. Yeah, because what the hell, like, $200, dude? And I know I'm making it more of an issue to, like, not sign the papers, but it's like, look at who gets to get, medical attention compared to me. I'm just like, no, I'm not signing medical, I'm not owing you nothing. I'm not owing you $200 because you don't want to give me simple medications. There's no treatment, like I didn't even get anything. Crazy. Gosh, man.
Have you?
Mm-hmm. Alright. Shit.
I'm Ryan, one of the charging tickets. How can I help you?
Okay, yeah, I'm, not sure why, but, like, the doctors, kind of, giving me a hard time just trying to, get certain medications, and I was trying to just get an oral antibiotic wash, and he was trying to say that, something about he would, but he's not going to, that, like, I've been having too many antibiotics, and it's just, beyond within reason. It's not even that it's not making sense. It doesn't seem reasonable, because it's just a, oral antibiotic wash. Like, there's really not a lot that's being asked for. It's not like it's a heavy antibiotic, to be sent out. And yeah, I don't know. I'm losing trust in this hospital.
Okay, I'm sorry to hear that. How can I help you?
I mean, I'm just trying to see if I could just have the or antibiotic watch?
So I think the doc's concern was that, if you take too many antibiotics and if you don't have an infection going on, you become more immune to antibiotics. And so essentially over time, antibiotics will stop to work. I think that's the concern from what I'm kind of gathering here.
Yeah.
Especially if you've been on antibiotics for a long time. That's just kind of the issue that comes with that, taking antibiotics regularly and for a long period of time is that, it essentially stops working and you become more prone to more infections because you take antibiotics for too long or for longer than it should be. So I think, I obviously can't speak for the doctor, but just kind of general medicine. The longer you take antibiotics and the more you take of it, even if there's with or without infection, it becomes less effective.
Yeah. I think I understand what you're saying and conveying, but I really don't have any other options. I've already went to an ENT. It's funny that he's mentioning medical malpractice because this ENT, did an endoscopy and he's apparently not finding anything. They did a CT scan, they're not finding anything, within the hospitals. It's like.
So I think that's kind of where he's coming from, right? Like I was saying, if there's nothing there, and then if you just throw medicine at it, even if a problem does arise, the medicine will not become effective because you already gave it medicine, and your body becomes, aware of it, and so it won't.
But you're saying that there's nothing there. There's no signs that there's nothing there.
There's no signs that there's nothing there?
Yeah, like not no signs, but there's no evidence that there's nothing on the right side of my sinus in terms of like there are no medical problems or medical ailments. You could see that anybody could look at the right side of my sinus and they could see something protruding out. It just does not look normal.
Okay.
I've already consulted this with a lot of people. Okay. So something very fishy is going on either with just this doctor or just the overall, medical network for Providence, because I've had a lot of problems with the one in San Pedro. Does that mean that it will spill over into, this one exclusively, just because of, whatever I went through at Little Company in Mary San Pedro? I really don't know.
Okay, let me tell you.
I don't think that is the case. We can see, your previous encounters with other hospitals for the most part, like other provinces, but it doesn't really affect how our docs kind of go about things here necessarily.
I mean, you're all working for the same medical network. I don't know where that notion comes from. That doesn't seem like it makes any sense. I mean,
I don't know what to tell you.
If your coworkers are getting in trouble, wouldn't you want to protect them?
I mean, they're not really my coworkers. I don't work at that hospital.
No, I understand that, but it's within the same medical network. It doesn't have to necessarily be at that hospital. What if it was just at this hospital? You want to protect them, right?
That's not the case. I'm sorry that you feel that way, but
It's just like a police officer would do to another police officer. Like if they have their co-workers and they're working alongside the same police department, that's the only mere sense it makes. I mean, you could try to say that you don't know what I'm talking about or that you think it's unreasonable for me to receive this medication, but
look, they're not paying me any more or less to not. First of all, I can't prescribe a medication.
So you're gonna mention? Wait, hold on a second, because I'm gonna get up and just walk out after you just said that. So you're saying hold on. So immediately you went to pay. So you're saying that and I knew what you were going to say. You were going to say that basically they don't pay you enough, and they don't pay you too little to basically not care about what I go through. I guess that's really all I need to hear. I mean, why didn't you just say that in the first place?
You put a lot of words in there for me. That's not what I was gonna say. I was just gonna say your previous encounters do not affect what's coming here.
You didn't mention anything about pay. What you just said, that statement. So what were you gonna mention about pay? You didn't reiterate what I was going to say, because you're saying that I put a lot of words into that certain phrase when you were saying that that they don't pay you enough, or they don't pay you they don't pay you enough, or
Like,
they don't.
I meant to say that San Pedro does not pay me, so I am not affiliated with San Pedro. I work for Providence, sure,
Yeah.
but I'm not affiliated with San Pedro. They don't
Okay.
pay me. Is what I was going to say.
I mean, obviously they don't pay you.
So I just mean to say that they
So you're just
previous
lying.
encounter.
You're just lying.
Okay, you can believe that, man. I just
I mean, that's why you're getting antsy, because you know that you're lying. That's not. It had nothing to do with you being paid by a little company you married. This is Providence Medical Center, St. John's. Obviously, it's in Santa Monica. I don't even want to be, rude to you right now. That I have to basically,
appreciate that.
kind of scold you like this doctor's trying to scold me. But he's not doing it for anything good. He's not doing it for good character. He's not doing it, for honesty, and he's not doing it for medical safety or for the benefit or benefit of a patient. He's doing it because he's hiding something, and there's some reason to discriminate me, whether it's by the hospital or maybe somebody that is a patron of the hospital. I really try not to offend people, but when you try to really just bully and dehumanize autistic people out of everywhere they could go, especially just even from a hospital, just a restaurant, or even just a store, it's just going to be a pattern that's going to be eventually recognized just by one person. So I think you're lying when you're not going to basically elaborate on whether Providence pays you enough or not, in terms of basically dealing with me. And I really don't appreciate that. So I like my papers.
Okay. I got a mouthwash for you. It's not an antibiotic, but if you wanted this.
So you had a mouthwash hot?
It's not an antibiotic. I'm prefacing it right now. It's not an antibiotic. It is just in cleansing solution. It's not antibiotic. It is not medicine. It is just a cleaning solution.
But you had that hidden in your pocket the entire time, so you were literally having that as a clutch to basically make it seem like you're going to compromise and actually
Matthew,
take care of it.
You're kind of filling a lot of blank spaces that I'm not trying to fill. So I am going to give you your discharge paperwork. Would you like
because no,
so you can go tonight, Matthew.
I mean, honestly, I'm trying to get actual antibiotic mouthwash.
So
that's just hydrogen peroxide. I already have hydrogen peroxide.
Like I already told you, this is not medication. I already prefaced it that it's a cleansing solution. I was just going to offer it to you since you did not get what you asked for. And
So you're the charge nurse. You're trying to offer me something that's not medication, but you can't literally just try to, talk to a doctor to compromise and find some sort of middle ground where maybe I could have.
I don't think there will be a middle ground in this, because you were asking for something, and just because you did not receive it, that's not going to be a middle ground, because you're just going to argue the same thing to me, right?
Well, I mean, what I'm asking for is actually what I medically need.
What is a compensation in this situation in your mind?
The compensation in my mind is obviously getting the treatment that I need. You guys are literally trying to bill me $200 when I'm homeless, and I'm homeless because I haven't gotten the right amount of health care that I need. And think about your doctor making the argument that I just come in here time and time again and apparently waste resources within, the emergency room, when I'm not even trying to do that. And in the basically simplest sense, you guys could have avoided that too by actually giving me the medical attention that I need, and that's definitely surgery. Okay?
Look, man, I can't speak for the
I
doctor.
am what? No. Finish what you're going to say. Delusional?
I said I can't speak.
No.
Hey,
Finish.
Matthew, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, okay, man? This conversation's not really going anywhere. I'm trying to offer you some solutions.
Well, because
but it
you're
doesn't
almost
seem to
slipping.
be-
You're almost slipping up, and you're really
Because I think you want me to slip up or something like that.
No. You're
and
going
I
to
don't-
say something, and you didn't want to finish it because you knew that you would have looked bad, and you would have made the whole hospital look bad,
Okay.
and you would have proven medical malpractice. Go ahead and finish what you're going to say.
Matthew,
okay?
I'm done with this conversation. I'm gonna leave, okay?
Yeah,
You gotta go, okay?
it's crazy. listen, after I told him, I was like, I don't know how many people I've angered, especially patrons, you know, of the hospital. So I just want to see who's going to come out of here. If it's elderly folk, you already know who it is. If it's elderly folk, man. Yeah, there you go. That's what I was looking for. You like telling the community to stop giving health care to a certain autistic person? Well, you keep doing that.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure. Real halfway to full-on deep state elitist. Shadow elitist. It was like, whoa. And trust me, don't pay attention to how vulnerable he looks, because, you know, when you got like a hospital talking the entire way that they're talking to me, and just seeming super suspect, like really suspicious, I'm like, yeah. That's why no medical, you know, clinic or anybody gives me the actual medical attention I need. Also, the videos that I did have, basically any of them, you know, I really actually didn't need them, so I could still get my money. I could still get my health care. But now I could say, without, you know, saying something stupid like, oh, would it be wrong for me to say I don't care about these people, I don't care about their lives, I don't care if they get nuked? Now I could say that. I'm like, now I do not care about these people. I don't care about their lives. I don't care if they get nuked. I don't care if they get stressed out having to evacuate Los Angeles when it actually gets, you know, nuked and everything. I don't care. I'm like, I do not care about their lives. Because that doctor and that guy was slipping up so bad. He was like about to say, like, you know, I think you have. I'm like, I was like, you think I have what? I think you're a little. You think I'm a little what? I really feel like you need to. And then be like, you really feel like I need to what? Just leave the hospital? Fucking goodness, I'm like, just why don't you just ban me from the hospital? It's like the same. I think this is like the conclusion of these, like, next few videos. Besides, like, well, not even the next few videos, but, you know, basically this video. Besides the CVS one, why didn't you just ban me from the establishment? You know. Like, why didn't that lady actually ban me from CVS? She didn't even actually ban me from CVS. She knows she did not sign any trespassing papers for me to be banned and you know, not be allowed into that CVS. Okay? And then Providence Medical Center, it's like, why don't you just ban me from your hospital? Seriously, why don't you just ban me from your hospital? Like, that's actually a good strategy to stop me from really, you know, causing mayhem for the city in terms of, like, you know, whistleblowing so much to the point where, you know, maybe certain elites would consider, lobbying or organizing for Los Angeles to be nuked, And that plan just being like, oh, well, we'll just allow him to come into the hospitals and we'll just send his medications to the wrong place. And then, eventually, when he stops recording us all the time, he's going to eventually slip up, not record us anymore, thinking that he's safe. But in reality, he's not safe, just like us. And we're going to make sure that he doesn't get the medical attention that he needs. And I'm like, that's actually a pretty smart idea. Like, I kind of already knew that one, That's basically all they're doing. They're just like medically withdrawing and medically gatekeeping my healthcare, essentially. So that way I never feel better, and yeah, on top of like not being able to get the housing that I need, it's just all types of problems. So see you, Waymo. Later, Waymo. I hope I like almost passed away on the sidewalk, like from all the medical attention that I would not receive. Which the last time that almost happened was around June or July, and I had, this abscess. This abscess in my sinus, and basically, I was like just totally out of breath. My face was like super, swollen. I was like feeling tired, but at the same time, my stomach was just like hurting just terribly bad. And yeah, I couldn't breathe. And eventually I just like threw up all this like yellow stuff. I was like, wow, this is like pretty crazy. Shoot, But that was all the way back in June or July that happened, and I was in Brentwood. That was on the same sidewalk in Brentwood that I used to sleep on, and I can't sleep on anymore because they're doing construction at that sidewalk. So it's like, gosh, I can't even pass away at the home I used to have, which was the sidewalk, and whatever I was having, you get it. So what a mess. And then on top of that, they're gonna have like basically biased proof, so-called proof, that like basically, the decisions that these medical personnel made was the best decision overall because they didn't want to compromise, my safety with giving me antibiotics, but yet they don't want to give me the actual surgery that I need. And it's funny because as soon as I was like, you guys are talking about me taking too many antibiotics, but you would still prescribe it anyway. Meaning that, like, you're talking about all these problems, but you're basically the whole reason why I got into these problems in the first place. And on top of that, as soon as I was like, you know what? The one thing that I actually need is surgery. That's when that's when that guy, like the owner of the entire hospital, basically I was talking to, which charge nurse isn't the owner to the hospital. He was just like, yeah, I think you have a bit of mental health problems. I heard that you think that there's traffickers after you and everything. It's like, just shut the hell up. Well, that isn't actually what he said, but he was just deflecting. Basically, he was deflecting. Yeah, whatever. So stupid, such a waste of time. And I was like, shoot, like I should just get out of here, go to sleep. Like they're not even going to give me what I actually need. And now that doctor could literally move all of my medications to a whole nother pharmacy, which they probably did. Let me just see real quick. Saying to follow up with a freaking a doctor all the way out in Rancho Cucamonga, and I'm all the way in Santa Monica around 11:14. That's why that stupid medical office would call me and be like, "Oh, you have an appointment. That's why we're calling you." I'm like, "No, I fucking don't." And they're like, "Yeah, you made an appointment." I'm like, "No, somebody must have made an appointment on my behalf." And then they'll keep me on, like, you know, hold for basically the entire day, you know. And in reality, it was just as simple as recognizing, like, oh, I don't have any control over my life. Like, unironically, this hospital is literally making appointments on my behalf, medical appointments on my behalf to a doctor's office that didn't even, you know, take care of me medically. So it makes sense. Hospital that pulls medical malpractice or doesn't give me the health care that I need makes an appointment to a doctor that doesn't give me the health care that I need. Makes fucking sense. Just so dumb, man. Just so dumb. Oh my gosh. Just the dumbest stuff ever. I'm like, wow. So lame. So lame. And now I'm never gonna get medical attention anywhere. So basically, whatever this is, and it could be a blood clot. I'm just letting you know that this right here. See that little dent with that? Yeah. That could be a blood clot, and I'm not going to be able to go to Cedars-Sinai, UCLA, Providence. No hospital. I'm not going to be anywhere in between. No hospital I'm going to be able to go to. And not Kaiser Permanente, because Kaiser Permanente, I went to their Harbor City location, and I left. I was like, dude, there's so many illegal immigrants and cartel, and there's so many black gangs. I'm out of here. They probably know that. One of them is probably a family to somebody that, like, you know, works on List Crawler or Backpage or Bedpage or TS Escorts, and it's basically, you know, government approved, Trump approved. Anyway. Oh my gosh, dude, that's your healthcare right there. That's your United States healthcare, but only, forget about talking about Jeffrey Epstein or, you know, Sean J. Combs. Only if you're on TSEscorts.com. To the point where I don't even get dental health care. So yeah, I still remember getting ran out of that dental office because they said that I was taking too long in the bathroom, but I was literally in the bathroom for not even 40 seconds. I'll give it like a minute. I'll give it like 2 minutes. And I had just had McDonald's, and they like kicked me out, and that guy like chases me down, you know? Total trafficking town and county. Later LA County. You guys keep, you know, picking up and go out and hunt for a girl, a young adult girl or a young adult, you know, male man like myself. use your technology and a really bad psychiatric ward like, Del Alma Hospital, and boom, you got yourself a new trafficked individual, and they're gonna make you a lot of money. And you could sell them for sex, you could sell them for labor, you could sell them for whatever you want. Dude, I can't even sue a hospital, but like a psychiatric ward that deserves to get sued. It's like Los Angeles is so corrupt, so I just hope it just gets nuked. Even if they just benefit out of it, it's like nuke. Oh gosh, dude, that was way too funny. Dude, I might as well fucking yell like that. I'm like, wow, dude. These freaking people actually know where I am at all times. Real traffickers, and they also always know at least one person employed inside of a hospital, so that way they can make sure you don't have health care. Very simple. Very simple. You know what? I'm not letting up, dude. You know what? Because every time with these buses, man, especially this one, I'm not letting up. I'm gonna extend the video to make sure that I do not get discriminated on the fucking bus, dude. Because I could have had money to pay for my own transportation, if you get what I'm saying, services and everything. So I'm not letting up. And this bus is going slow too. I'm like 100%, dude. I'm not letting up right there. Dude, I'm like, are you serious right now? But like, for real? Dude, I'm like, I was counting on that, dude. I was like, yeah, no way. Excuse me, boss man, anything I can get a courtesy ride? I appreciate it, man. Thanks. Man. Oh, man. Huh? You guys hear about that car that crossed into Mexico? They crossed into Mexico. They had no problem. They're just like, hey, there's no barrier right here, dude. So that means that if we all want to nuke your asses, we're out. We're out. We're out. We're out. We got El Chapo on our side. El Chapo knows Sean D. Combs. They're on our side. So you guys aren't gonna live. You guys aren't gonna live. That's like the simplest way to put it. Simplest way to put it. It's crazy. Anyway. I'm not really worried about it. There are gonna be some people that survive this whole thing, Armageddon only exclusively in Los Angeles. They're going to be able to survive it. After visit summary.
Yeah, can I get that next stop, operator? Operator, you think I can get that next stop? Ah, shoot. Probably don't care, but like, watch out for that nuke, man. Trump's really gonna do to you.
Regular fare is $1.75.
I was like, watch out for that nuke, man, because Trump's really gonna do to you. No, but like, honestly, I'm not even saying that like to warn anybody. Like, I'm saying it like I'm in support of Donald Trump doing something like that. You think, wait, so you think that I care if Donald Trump, you know, like throws out any illegal immigrants, but you think I care if he starts working with them? If he starts working with these illegal immigrants on the low? You think I care? I'm like, I don't care. I'm just gonna hope and pray that, like, you know, something just compels him or possesses him and he just has to drop a whole nuke on Los Angeles. Armenia? Is that you, Armenia? Yeah, that's Armenia right there. That's Armenia. On the other side of that cartel. There, Armenia. See ya. Have a good one. Hope you guys are doing good. You guys seem pretty humble sometimes, but not really, you know? Let's go over Bosun Forward. Get it, all the security companies are gonna, like, you know, really start spying on me because you saw how Ally Universal treated me. It's gonna spill over into other things. God bless everybody.